We'll give it a couple more minutes. Back in a minute. Hi, guys, and welcome to the channel. So, if you're watching this for the first time, welcome. I'm Ron. I just started to do a little bit of a morning live, and here I am. So, today is February 16th. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood today. We're expecting 65 temperatures today and a little very warm, mild, unusual record breaking temperatures for the month of February. Having a sip of coffee in my Be Kind cup. So this is just an unannounced pop-up event, and I just wanted to talk a couple of things about stand up and own your mistakes. So I made a lot of mistakes over the years, and I'm standing up and owning my mistakes and continue on with my path and my journey and my weight loss. And we're going to be going live tonight at 7 o'clock, talking about my journey and the new job. This is just a heads up. I'm going to be going back to where I worked before, but at a different location. A lot of you guys and gals know I was working at Hanover in the Leominster, Lancaster Street, Hanover, and I enjoyed it. But at the time, I had gotten a really great paying job working for the local newspaper, and I really enjoyed that being a photojournalist. Yeah, taking photography and images and stories, and because I'm a storyteller, I like telling stories, and that's why I created my YouTube channel so I could tell my story about my life. And I've been doing a ton of volunteering, and it just got to me, and I just needed to step back and say what's important to me. And everything's so expensive and price wise nowadays. And I of course having a hip replacement done out back in June of 2022 last year. It's been pretty close to 8 months now. My hip is completely healed. And hey, good morning, uh, drunken chef. Yeah. So it's just me, Ron. I'm just doing a quick. This is an unannounced pop up live. I'm just talking about. I'm going back to work today. I go into the store, Hannaford's shopping store. It's a grocery store in the area. We actually have two of them in the Twin Cities. They call it. Actually, yeah, two. And I'm going into the other location. I'm going to be doing the same job I was doing before, which is Hannaford to go. And I'm going to be going in today for a 3 hour orientation, and they'll set up a schedule. Angelo, really nice guy. Talked to him. Him and I seem to hit it pretty well. We going to talk about my schedule. He did ask me if I want full time or part time, and I told him right now I want full time so I can get caught up on some bills because everybody knows it's so expensive out there. It's terrible in prices out there. It's just, we, both my wife and I both are on retirement, and I just became uh, 66 in 4 months full retirement now, away from the disability process, and I can earn up to 50,000 a year. We're not affecting my disability, so we're going back to work, and I'm really excited about it. So my title slide was "Stand Up and Own Your Mistakes." Over the years, even when I worked at the other Hanover, I was making a lot of mistakes. I understood why we made the mistakes, but they didn't seem to cut me any slack or breaks over there. At the time when I went over there, I had really no business of working over there. I had was doing the picker job, which I really loved, and I loved interacting with the customers and helping people and in that type of environment. And that part was missing from my life. And at the time, I had to have my hip out and replaced, and I was walking around all the time with my cane. But cane became my best friend, and I was so dependent on it. I couldn't bend over, get the lower items, and I was struggling. I got through it for the 4 months I was there, but I really, really missed that type of environment, and I miss having those pays. At the time, we were only part time. Part time is part time. You basically get whatever hours they got left for you, especially when you're a new employee. So now with this new opportunity that I'm going to be getting, I'll be full time, and I'll have a certain amount of income. And what I want to do with all my checks is bankroll them and pay off my car, pay off my personal loan and the small little bills that we have. And the more I pay off, the more money Donna and I have at the end of the month to live off of. And at the prices of food right now, I just can't get over it. It seems like every time Donna and I go down and do groceries, it's more and more than it was the week before. I love soda. I drink a lot of Coke Zero because most of I do low carb weight loss, keto basically, or keto. The man calls it keto, but I call it keto. Yeah. And we're going to talk about all that tonight. So tonight at 7 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing my first YouTube live, answering Q&A and talking about my journey and where I want to take it. I want to bring my journey up to the next level, and I'm not quite there yet on my weight loss. As far as I'm not done, but I plateaued out for the entire year of 2022. I maintained my weight at 220 pounds, 215. It was fluctuating between 5 to 6 pounds all year, and I feel really great about it. And I'm just gonna keep going with it, and yeah, and I'm doing a lot of now YouTube Shorts. I'm going back to some of my older food videos, and I'm seeing if I can take sections out of there and paste it all together and just creating a new video from it. If it's too long, I'll recreate it to a short. A YouTube Short will allow me to show you my recipes, and I'm not taking a ton of time, and most of them are just gonna be like background music and just the instructions over the timeline, and it will keep them under a minute or less. And I have like about 600 food videos that I put up, and some of them I never even put up because I wasn't comfortable with it. And that's my central heating system that just went on. If you can hear the background noise, but I live in an apartment with my wife Donna. We're up on the fourth floor, and I'm okay here. But the problem here is, we hear a lot of noise, apartment noise, and of course, my rent just went up another $125, so that's another reason why I want to get a job because I can't pay the bills and live comfortably the way I want to live with the prices of food. And not only that, everybody has the same as what we have. We have a I got a new bill come rolling around starting we're in February, um, either March or April, which is my car insurance and my house insurance. I have apartment insurance in case we have a fire or anything that happens to all our personal belongings. You should think about that if you live in an apartment. Um, it only costs us less than 200 a year. I'm covered for $50,000, and we did have a fire back in the 1990s. Yeah, we lost totally everything without insurance, and that taught me a lesson. Now I always have insurance for just that particular reason alone, because just in my electronics alone, I got about $6,000 in electronics. That's very hard to replace, and all the food gadgets that I bought, and I just got this nice little table over here. I got it on QVC. I got it on clearance for $40. That normally went for 176, and it was down marked down to 89, and I got it for 40. And it's solid. It's oak, and it's really no assembly required. Just pop it out of the box. I lifted it up, and there was a hook holding everything together. I released the hook, and I brought the shelves in, and it's got a cool little basket. And I mean, I absolutely love it because now I got another, and it is tall enough so I can, and it's on wheels and it locks in if you want to lock it in. And now we can move it into the kitchen when I want to do some cooking out in the kitchen. Now I got two cameras. Actually, I got three cameras set up. I got this one up on the overhead over here. This is my Canon camera, and I got a tripod that I use for my mobile camera device, and then I got my web camera that I'm using. So now I got the best of three worlds, and I also have the I also have this camera that I use when I was doing photography for the local paper, and I use this a little quite often too. Because the biggest thing about this was the camera lenses are very expensive. That was a kit lens that came with it. This is an M50 Canon camera. I really love it. It's white. Um, I think I paid about $800 for this, and I got that on Easy Pay on the QVC website, and I really enjoy it. And then I picked up a half a dozen camera lenses, and because camera lenses are very expensive, so too. And the other thing, and I'm using a monthly program to edit all my software. What they have, Adobe program, Creative Suite, and yeah. So I just came in to pop up and say hi, everybody, and see if I got any interest. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and subscribe to the channel? Be watching for tonight's video. I got to go for my orientation at 10 this morning, so I'm just kind of like chilling out. Most everybody knows that follows me on social media. By the way, I do have a Facebook support group, Ron's Keto Cafe Support. So if you want to become a supporter of my support page, you're welcome. And you can post your channel to my Facebook support group and anything you want to post. Except I don't do drugs for weight loss. I don't have a problem doing the Jenny Craigs and the Nutrisystems and all that because I've done them all. And I don't have a problem if you had weight loss surgery. We were going to consider that, but we decided to trust my faith and, do it the old-fashioned way, the way I put my weight on, which was taking off slowly. I've been doing low carb keto since 2020. I started August 1st, but officially I started August 17th, and I posted my first video on September 1st. And I've been going with diet, and I typically will load about 4 or 5 videos up every week. I just recently, last week, as a matter of fact, I did my first pop-up live in the car. It was kind of like an office car video. I never did that before, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. And I've been popping into everybody's live video chat to see what they talk about and all that stuff. And I said, I don't know if I want to do live. I felt really nervous and apprehensive about it and everything. And then I was talking to some people over there and that do lives, and they said you really should do lives because you're going to get more of a viewing audience. And so I decided to do a live, and now I feel more comfortable talking live. I have a lot more confidence in my voice and answering any questions. And somebody said, well, "Why don't you, if you're not sure what to talk about, why don't you just talk about what you love to talk about is food?" And then when I started to do these lives at nighttime or during the daytime, I may, pop up and do a video for you guys and what Ron eats in a day type thing. And then what we'll do is we'll have it set up with a mobile camera. We'll go into the kitchen and I prep everything here in the back room because I got a nice, strong, sturdy desk, and I totally cleaned it all up today. And I'm going to be working on here in the back room to film everything for the process, and then I'll go in the kitchen and finish the process out in the kitchen. And I would not ever cook in the back room because that wouldn't be a good thing if we have a fire or something in the back room. How would I explain that? So, but yeah. So I don't know if I have anything more to say, but be watching for tonight's video if you're not doing anything. And I wanted to thank everybody again for supporting me and for understanding that I was volunteering an awful lot for the city, and it got to a point I just had a lot of I had an emotional breakdown last week, and it made me realize that my health is more important than volunteering. Uh, Outside of the bingo for the local parish that we volunteer on Friday nights, I love the parish. I don't want to give that up. And there's a great group of friends and people over there. And we all get along. Sometimes we make mistakes, but we all make mistakes, and that's why I'm owning to my mistakes. And we're just going to go on with our life and take one day as God gives it to me, and utilize my God gifted talents that I've been able to figure out over the years. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, huh? But anyways, hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm gonna end the live stream, and we'll plan on going live on YouTube tonight and see how it goes. Have a great day, and I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee, and I got to figure out what I want to make for today because I didn't take anything out of the freezer today. But I'm probably thinking about just getting a regular store bought pizza. I don't know. I know it's not low carb, but again, you do you, and that's how I've been very, very successful. And I'm going to go over all that tonight on on my first slide Q&A because there's a lot of people that want to know, well, what do you do if you're the only one doing weight loss in your family and nobody else does? That's a tough question to answer because Donna doesn't do low carb keto, and but she does eat some of my meals, and not always. But I don't, and I can't get somebody else. If you have a taste tester that can taste your foods other than you, like some other YouTubers. So I do the best I can. And that's all you can do is just do the best you can. So I'm going to continue on with the weight loss and I'll talk about all more of that tonight. But anyways, you have a great day, guys. And I love you guys.